Hey everybody, welcome back to another Salmon Slayers TV episode. Today we're going over how to add a Scotty right angle mount to a boat so that way we can put downrigger or pot puller here. First thing we're going to go over is the tools you need. You'll need a flathead screwdriver, a drill with a 1/4 inch drill bit. It comes with the base plate and the right angle mount. You'll need, in these nylon nuts come already from Scotty in the thing for your downrigger to go on there. You'll need two 5/16 nuts to go into the base plate. We can put those in now. They just drop on the back side. So when it sits up against your gunnel, it has something for the Scotty screws to go into. And other hardware you'll need is 4 1/4 inch bolts about 2 inches long, 1/4 inch washers, and 1/4 inch nylock nuts. So without further ado, let's get into the install. First thing you want to do is a fitment check. So you will put the two pieces together. Whoops, this one keeps falling out. You'll mount the two pieces together as if you were going to be fishing. So the whole use of this mount is when you're not using your downrigger or pot puller, you can take this off and that's all that remains on the boat. We've already done this side. That's what it'll look like when you're not fishing. But first thing we'll do is we'll put it together. Just like that. Go ahead, put these finger tight. And before you drill into the boat, you want to set it on there nice and snug and see where you're going to want this. So we like that right there. Want to make sure we're pushing down and into it so it's not going to move. And we'll go ahead and drill our 4 holes. So these 4 corner holes, they go all the way through the exterior interior plate, and then you're going to drill through your boat. And it doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt to take an extra second doing this, especially whenever you're drilling into the boat. So that looks pretty good. Go ahead and drill 1 hole. You might have to turn this a little bit to make room for your drill. Two. You can also get these started. You can just make the divot, and you can come back later if you don't want to do the whole thing when it's mounted like this. Last one. Make our pilot hole for it, and we'll finish it up. Alright, and then we'll take the exterior plate off. Now we want to make sure before we put this on we have our 5/16 nuts already back here before we trap them in there, or else we will not be able to screw this part on when we're done. Drop your 2-inch bolt through there. Line it up. We'll work on that one in a second. You might have to work them in a little bit more with the screwdriver. And now we'll get our other 2 bolts in, kitty corner. And then we'll go behind the gunnel and we'll put our 4 washers on. And you always want this flat side against your material, so it's going to go on like that. Then we're going to take our 4 nylock nuts and get them just hand threaded as much as we can on each one. And once you get all the nuts hand tight on the back, you're going to go in with the deep socket and tighten them up in kind of like a pattern like you do the car. So go from one corner to the other and then back across until they're all tight. You might have to hold the front side with the screwdriver so it doesn't spin. Alright, and then you're going to want to go around one more time in the next pattern, just making sure they're all snug, because they might be able to get a little tighter than the first time. And then once those are all tight, you can take your right angle piece, set it on, and it should bolt right up. And that's pretty much it. We'll show you what it looks like. So as you can see, guys, now that we're done, it makes a pretty flush 90-degree mount to the boat. We have our downrigger on there, and after a day of fishing, if you want to put a pot puller on it or just not have this in the way, you can take these 2 bolts off down here we talked about earlier, and the whole thing lifts off, and all you're left with is that plate right there. And with that, it concludes our tutorial on this video. If you have any further questions, we can help you out. Leave them in the comments down below. Till then, tight lines.